Hi everyone, welcome to day 10 of our daily blog and to this themes of John's Gospel, particularly at this time looking at the theme of justice. And we're going to be looking at quite a difficult passage from John chapter 5 verses 24 to 30. It's quite difficult to get our head around it at first, but hopefully by doing so we'll glimpse something of the wonderful gift that is within it. But first of all, I have a question for you. How do you see going to the doctor or going to the dentist? Do you see it as something to be looked at with fear and trembling? Do you look at it as something to be, you're going to get a good telling off, either for not looking after your body or not looking after your teeth? Or do you see it as somebody there who's trying to put things right? Or even as far as seeing that the doctor or the dentist is there as someone who's trying to help you? We'll come back to this in a moment. But first of all, John chapter 5. I'm just going to read from verse 24. Jesus said, "Very truly I tell you, whoever hears my word and believes him who has sent me has eternal life and will not be judged, but has crossed over from death to life. Very truly I tell you, a time is coming and has now come when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. For as the Father has life in himself, so has he granted the Son also to have life in himself. And he has given him authority to judge, because he is the Son of Man. Do not be amazed at this, for a time is coming when all who are in their graves will hear his voice and will come out. Those who have done what is good will rise to life, and those who have done what is evil will rise to be condemned. By myself I can do nothing. I will judge only as I hear, and my judgment is just, for I seek not to please myself, but him who sent me." Now there's lots of words about judgment in that. There's lots of ideas about, well, there's going to be those who are raised from death to life, and because they're good they will live. And those who perhaps have done things that are not good, or even have done evil, well, they'll be raised not to live, but to be condemned. And we can worry which camp we're going to fall into. Are we going to be in the good camp or the condemned camp? And we can worry about that for ourselves or for our loved ones. And of course, the reality is we can end up living by fear, not by love. This couldn't be further from what Jesus and John are trying to say to us. The clue was actually in something where it said, "I have come and have life within myself, and so that you may have life also." How do you see the dentist or the doctor? There to tell us off, or there to help us? There to inflict pain upon us, or actually there to try and help us to put things right, and indeed not only to recover our health, but maybe to lead a new life after surgery or after the dentist? And so is Jesus. If that's true of doctors and dentists, how much more of Jesus? Him and his Father have come so that we may have life, and life to the full. But in order to do that, he does need to separate out all that needs to be let go of. All the things that hold us back from being able to be fully who we wished we could be. All those things that we long to be, but perhaps either through self-judgment, guilt, condemnation from others, well, we've held back or indeed buried long ago. And Jesus seeks to set us free from all these things. And actually, so that we can discover again our first love, which actually is in him. I can remember when I first became a Christian, and it seemed so much more simple back then. I can remember running down a field full of the joy and the love of life, the love of God, and the beauty of the day. And it's so easy over the years then to look back on such times with a sense of naivety, as though, oh well, I hadn't been able to grow up as I have now. But can we see that perhaps our journey's end is not into cleverness or into sophistication or into understanding God? It's actually to recover our first love and to discover again the experience of God. Here is the gift that Jesus is trying to give us, to set us free from all that holds us back, and once again to discover that first love, that God has always loved us and we can love him too, and so be set free. And he will perform the surgery necessary in order to do that. So maybe today we not only remind ourselves of doctors and dentists, but also of our journey and our destiny, which is what Jesus has won for us. And it's amazing, and it's wonderful, and may it fill us with awe and with wonder, not in fear, but actually in true love. Have a good rest of the day, because that is our destiny. God bless. Bye for now.